You are on a call. It's 2:17 a.m. in the morning. Your boss calls you and you find out that users can't log in your application. Then you wake up, open your Grafana dashboard, you see everything is greener than the Germany's countryside. CPU is fine, memory is fine, and disk is also fine, but still users can't log in. That's the moment you realize monitoring didn't save you, it gaslight you. Let's understand about monitoring. Monitoring is simply your devices saying, "Hello boss, I am fine." It measures the thing like CPU usage, memory, disk, network, request count, error rate. Monitoring is simply like checking your car dashboard. Speed, fuel, engine temperature. But monitoring has one big weakness. It shows the health of component but not the health of experience. Here is the most common failure in production. Your system is running, everything is running, but your users can't log in. For example, DNS misconfiguration, expired TLS certificate, broken API gateway routing, authentication provider outage, database connection pool exhausted, or one dependency failing, and your dashboard still says everything is fine. Monitoring doesn't tell you everything. It just says that I am breathing, but it doesn't know what problem is inside me right now. Now let's understand about observability. So observability means exactly what's going on within my system. Not is it alive, but actually it says, is it slow? Why are only some users failing? Which dependency caused the outage? Which release introduced the issue? Observability is not the tool. It's not the Grafana, it's not the Prometheus. It's the capability. It's like the difference between my plane is flying versus I know which engine is failing and which sensor detected it first. Monitoring says your house exists, but observability says your kitchen is in fire. Observability stands on three pillars: metrics, logs, and traces. Metrics means simply data over the time, like requests per second, error rate, latency. Metrics tells you something is wrong. Then after there is logs. Logs is like a text-based events. Log tell you here's what happened actually. And then there is traces. Traces follows a request across the services. Traces tells you where it went wrong. If you want to understand it in a single go, metrics is equals to symptoms, logs is a diary, and traces is a detective story. If you want to understand it in a numeric way, then let's say metrics is like your smartwatch, it tells your heartbeat is high. Logs is like your brain, it says, oh, your AWS bill is high. And traces is like CCTV footage, which tells exactly here the moment went bad. The main secret sauce of observability is trace ID, or let's say correlation ID. When the user request enters your system, it gets an ID, like trace ID. That ID travels through API gateway, backend, database, message broker, and then other services. Then you can source all the logs by trace ID, traces by trace ID, and even metrics tagged by traces ID. So we can say that trace ID is everything. And suddenly debugging becomes, oh, I call service B and there is a problem in service C, just using trace ID. So without trace ID, you keep on asking who broke the coffee machine. And with trace ID, it's like a CCTV footage, everything is in front of you. So let's take an example of real world scenario. Imagine this. Users complain, login is slow, login is not happening. And then you check on Grafana dashboard. Monitoring shows, okay, the memory is fine, CPU is fine, error rate, low, there is no error at all. But observability shows there is a trace, and trace shows there is a 4-second delay in every request. Delay is happening exactly in the auth provider call. And then log shows timeout. And we can find out the root cause. What is the root cause? Monitoring told you your system is alive. Observability told you, yeah, there is a delay. There is the issue. So next time when you build a Grafana system, think of both monitoring and observability. So that's all for this video. We'll be coming up with similar technological stuff that is hard to understand. We'll make it easier for you. Thank you for watching. We'll see us in the next video.